Hi guys, welcome to my videos. So guys, today in this video, I'm gonna do casual talk between living in Canada versus USA. Before I proceed further, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe right now. And I want to clarify that this is just my personal opinion. And if you take anything out of this video, you do it at your own risk. So guys, I have spent around 12 years in Canada. It's not a small duration. I've gone to USA also many times and I have seen life there as well. Now, few things I must say that USA has a much larger population than Canada, almost 10 times if I'm not wrong. So, but yes, if you consider the land mass, Canada is bigger. Having said that, most of the population in Canada is distributed across some regions. There are various regions, especially northern areas, where the population is almost negligible or like very few. You can't even imagine. It's very few, sparse. But in USA, that's not the case. USA has much better, apart from Alaska, a much better population distribution than Canada. So that is why it has been distributed throughout the country. Because of concentration of population in certain regions in Canada, there have been problems. You name it, like housing crisis, other things like um, healthcare crisis, you can say, and some other things. It's not the case that in USA these things do not exist. They do. Even some cities in USA are struggling with housing crisis too, but that is not as bad that we see in Canada. When it comes to healthcare, the biggest difference between these two countries is Canada has public healthcare and now private healthcare too, but majority of the population go for public healthcare because private very few can afford. But USA there is no public healthcare. Of course, some conditions, some things are covered, but mostly they are private healthcare. So getting something done in USA is really expensive. It's in Canada too, expensive in Canada too. For like, for example, a foreign national who visits Canada, and if he or she has an emergency and needs to spend out of pocket, it's gonna be a huge expense in USA too. But in USA, what I have seen, wait times are much lesser than we see here in Canada. Much lesser. Like if you have money, you can get the treatment much sooner than you get here in Canada because they have more hospitals, more staff. Because because of the private system, some problem like wage cap or recruitment issues, they do not exist. And people, when it comes to selecting the country for foreign healthcare qualified workers, if they get an opportunity in USA, probably they're gonna go over there because USA dollar is better than Canadian dollars in terms of the value. So, pe- so qualified healthcare professionals prefer USA. Even a lot of healthcare professionals from Canada have migrated to USA because they get better work conditions, better wages, and of course, less taxes. Yeah, taxes is very important. Like in Canada, the tax system is higher. Like we pay higher taxes than our American counterparts. So you pay less taxes over there. But as I said, like healthcare makes a major difference. Major difference. Like I have seen a lot of people in USA. I have spoken to them. Those who get worried if they have to go to hospital because probably they don't have insurance. Insurance you can always have, but premium and coverage, these things vary. So that's something else. But yeah, they do worry if they have to go to hospital. because they know the cost is gonna be too high. Coming to law and order, in USA, uh, for self-defense, you get much higher rights than you have in Canada. Even gun laws are different. In Canada, it's much more difficult to legally own a firearm compared to USA, where you can just get it so easily. Of course, there are local laws and states, so it varies. But when it comes to self-defense, you have much more rights in USA than in Canada. Few people will say it's not good. Few people say it is good. But from my point of view, I would not like to discuss that here because I have always kept controversy out of my channel, and same I'm gonna do even today. When it comes to infrastructure, USA, in Canada, driving rules and many other rules are almost same. You can drive in USA with Canadian license and vice versa. So I don't find any problem over there. USA, like world's most powerful country, their infrastructure is really good. Uh, Whenever I have gone there, and I feel like going, yeah. But when it comes to law and order, certain areas in USA are very difficult to live nowadays. So I would definitely avoid if I have to live over there, or even if I have to go there for tourism. Crime exists everywhere, even in Canada too, but I haven't seen that level of violent street crime. So this was my take, guys. Now tell me what you think about it. Yeah, wages in USA, you get higher pay and less taxes in most of the occupations. But yes, minimum pay is less in USA than in Canada. Again, they're always back and forth and some pros and cons. So I hope you like my video. Um, so please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.